see how much work he's put in. You see the kind of guy he is. He's the ultimate teammate. He's an incredible player, and now that's starting to show on the field. And it's just great to see, and it's just a credit to all the work that he's done this year. You know, he's really amped it up in terms of his technique, his speed, how fast he's playing and moving. He's just took it to another level, and we see that, and I'm glad you guys see that.
Dvon, nobody on this team has been involved in more games against Ohio State than you. Are you using the past experiences as fuel for Saturday?
You know, like I said, of course, you know, what team wouldn't use past experiences, but now the goal is just to stay even-keeled, not being too high, not being too low, because that could be your demise. You know, you get too emotional or you get too high in yourself or too low in yourself. That could be detrimental not only for yourself but those around you. So just staying even-keeled is the best thing for us this week.
What would it mean to you to be able to get a win on Saturday?
I mean, it'll be my first time beating Ohio State in 6 years, so it'd be an incredible feeling. I hope they rush the field, you know. It'd just be a special feeling that I haven't felt yet, so
to that note,
we'll see when we get there.
To that note, there are classes before you guys who came in wanted to beat Ohio State. Was part of why they came here. PJ comes to mind. You know, he was heart and soul about wanting to beat them that last time. Do you feel like you're carrying a little bit of those guys, the guys who didn't get that opportunity to beat Ohio State?
100%, 100%. I mean, you think about the guys from years past, PJ especially, Jair Brown,
Sean Clifford.
You know what I mean? Like, those guys have poured so much into this program, have done so much for everybody in here in one way or another. And so to come into this game, you know, having the opportunity again, of course, to play a great team and to potentially win this game, it means the world, because it's also for them. You know, those wins, those losses they've had in the years past, like, they didn't deserve it. They put too much into this game, and for them to fall short like that and leave here without a win. So this is truly for them.
Dvon, you talk about staying even-keeled. In your role, what type of leadership role do you have, you know, with the younger guys, making sure they don't get too excitable during the highs and too down during the lows?
Honestly, just to be honest with you, I kind of let the young guys feel it all. You know what I mean? You have to, you know, being so young and being in such big games, that doesn't happen all the time. You know, there's not a lot of places where you get those type of experiences, and being young guys, you gotta kind of feel that. So in terms of, you know, getting too high, getting too low, like, I'll check them at times, but at the same time, you got to also let them feel that, so that they know what it feels like, so that they know what it could potentially do. So you just got to tell them and let them feel it through, you know. So that's kind of what I like to do.
So you get a lot of guys, like students on campus, when you're walking around a week like this, that want to talk to you about the game or anything like Trey said, guys, let them alone, that they don't come up to. Do you?
I'll be in class and I'll get a couple questions. I try to not give too much away, but I'll give them a little vote of confidence, like, yeah, bro, it's gonna be a really good game. I hope you show up. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll get a couple questions here and there every other day. So
it's not like they're bombarding you when you're walking.
No. They know better than that. I'm sorry.
You mentioned some of the younger guys earlier. Max Granville is a guy that was brought up by Franklin on Monday. If Nittany can't go, even if Nittany can go, he can be a factor down the stretch maybe. Yeah. What has he done through his first few months on campus to be a factor during the college football playoff push?
I mean, his attention to detail, the way he approaches the weight room, the way he has approached his training, how hard he works out here, his effort, on the field, getting to the ball, whether it's chasing it down 30 yards down the line. But that's the type of effort, that's the type of drive, that's the type of hunger that you need on a defense. And I think Max Granville has done a tremendous job of showing that from the day he got here, even though he early enrolled, but from the day he got here to now, he's done a tremendous job of that. So it's no surprise to me that he's getting the opportunities that he's getting now.
Is there a benefit to having seen both of these running backs over the last couple of years?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you kind of, not necessarily like exactly what to expect, but you have an idea of what you're going to see on Saturday, and I think that's a big help for us as a defense, just because we understand, like, okay, we know who these guys are, we know how they'll run, we know that once they get into open space, it's off to the races with them, so we can't let that happen. So I think it's a huge benefit for us that we've seen them in action and played against them, and we know what it takes to stop them. I mean, we know what it takes. We've seen what happens when you don't. So.
Thanks, Dvon.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Tom.
thank you.
Appreciate it.